So we've seen some bigger RVs capable of sleeping families, but what about something smaller, right? Something a little more lightweight. Let's say you don't want to buy a truck, you just want to use your family SUV. Well, that's what we have right here, folks. This is the 2021 Forest River Ozark 1650 BHX. And this one comes in under 3,300 pounds dry. Now, the reason that's really important is, as I said, when we're talking about family vehicles, a lot of people have SUVs. And when you have a mid-size SUV, some of those, are right around that 5,000 pound tow capacity. And so coming in at 3,300 pounds dry, chances are you'll be able to tow this if you have that 5,000 pound capacity. So if you're looking to get out there, right, just, don't want to break the bank, want to get into RVing, you want to start making memories with the family, this is an excellent one to do it. A lot of things to love, of course, because we're a little bit lighter weight, we don't have a slide, but you'll see, there's still plenty of room and amenities in here. The dinette right over to the side. Some of the things I love about Ozark, I like what they do with the coloring in here, nice and bright for the leatherette, easy to clean. You can see the blue stitching that they run through here as well, just adding a little bit of color, right? It's not over the top, just enough to add a little something to it. But again, the leatherette is easy to clean, and that's a big deal. We're talking about families. I don't know about you guys watching this, but when with my girls, sometimes they make a little bit of a mess. And when you have the leatherette on the bottom on the seat, it's easy to clean up. They spill ice cream, no big deal. If it's SpaghettiOs, that's cool. Just wipe it right away, right? It makes it simple. The dinette here also drops down into a bed, so if you need that additional sleeping space, you have it here. In fact, one of the crazy things about this one is, even though this is only 22 foot 6 inches long, this one can sleep up to 7 people, and part of that is right here in the dinette. Now, as an adult, I'm a 6 foot adult, it may be a little bit tight to be able to stretch across there. You can do it if I curl up a little bit, but if you're a little bit smaller than that, or it's a child, this is a perfect bed space for them. You also see the big window letting in a lot of natural light. Of course, right now we're inside and have the RV there, but outside, that is awesome to let in that much natural light. You'll also notice that opens for excellent airflow. And then across the top is additional storage. So we can open that up for you just to kind of show you that, you have that storage, whether you want to put board games up there or, cups, plates, bowls, whatever you decide. Again, that's just a great, excellent storage area. And it kind of shows you the two-tone coloration that they've went with, right? So they have darker cabinets, but nice light furniture as well as light tabletop here, light countertop. So I think they did a good job with the color contrast. We take a look up at the ceiling, a couple things to take note of. One is LED light. So folks, 10 of these LED lights consumes about the same amount of power as one of the old halogens. So that means you can basically have all the lights on in here, and it's the same amount of power as one of the old ones. So if you do take this out boondocking, you take it out where you don't have shore power, you can run the lights no problem at all, and you can be confident that it's not going to drain the battery down quickly at all. You also see a vent fan up here, so I talked about good airflow. You can open the windows up, turn that on, get the airflow running through here, or if you have shore power or you're running a generator and it's really hot, you really want to cool it down, you have a roof-mounted AC. It's 13.5 kBTU, folks. It's going to cool it down in a hurry in here. Now, as I mentioned, this one is a bunk model, right? It's a family model. So in the back, you have double bunks. So with the double bunks, the cool thing about it is you can sleep 2 kids per bunk if you want. Or, if it's an adult, you can sleep an adult per bunk. They're nice and large, teddy bear bunk series, so it's super soft. And something else that I really like is you'll see you have storage underneath. But the really cool thing about that is that this lifts up just like that. So you have access to all that storage all the way in the back. If you need to access the plumbing to the outside shower, you can get to that here too. But just huge storage underneath there, which is something, again, you don't see super often. The reason I love that is because it gives you a lot of storage space for clothes. Ozark is not the only manufacturer that makes a floor plan like this. It's actually a pretty popular floor plan, and we have several others. And if you're looking through this and you're thinking, I kind of love the design, but I want a few things changed, right? Maybe you don't want double bunks. It's too big for you. You just want single, and you want a bigger bathroom. There's RVs like that out there. We can help you out. All you have to do is text the word FRESH to 46642. But as you're going through this, if you're like Ian, I love the double bunks. I love all the storage underneath where I can put my laundry basket, where I can put, duffel bags, where I can put dirty clothes. then you're going to want to text the word RV to 46642 to make sure you lock in the pricing on this Ozark. And for the record, the pricing on this one, folks, you can get this starting at under $18,000. You're looking at $17,940, which is as little as $4.43 a day. You want to talk about an inexpensive family vacation, right? A cheap and effective way to start making memories. This right here is the perfect one for it. So we take a look in the bathroom. We'll walk in here. I'll kind of show you. One of the things I always like to do, right, is sit on the toilet. So I'll take a seat right here just to kind of show you the space. As far as my legs, if I keep them, you know, kind of in front right here of the shroud, you know, it is a little bit tighter. I can put them up here. I like to call this the built-in squatty potty. You know, it just makes things a little bit easier. You know, it just kind of helps the natural flow. But, you know, it honestly, I have plenty of room either way. It's not uncomfortable. I certainly have enough space for my shoulders. There is an electrical outlet down here if you need to plug anything in, a mirror up top, and then over to the side is the shower. Now, when I step in here, this is another big one. We're talking about differences in floor plans, difference in lightweight RVs. With the Ozark, at 6 foot tall, I can stand up completely. I don't have to bend over. Even without the vent or anything like that, I get the full height. A lot of times with a lighter weight RV, when we're, you know, under that 3,500 pound threshold for dry weight, a lot of times that's not the case. You'll have to duck down a little, you know, kind of do one of these. As my good friend Chris likes to say, you know, it's the confused dog look, you know, like what's going on there. But here you don't have that issue at all. It is nice and tall. As we make our way back out, you get into the kitchen space. You'll see the fridge freezer combo right here. You kind of have the silver panels right up front. Norcold unit, which I love, because you'll notice the thermostat is right on the outside. It's super easy to adjust. This one does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. As far as space, you can see it is plenty spacious with the cutout right there over to the side. Moving a little bit further, and you have storage up top here right next to the Furion microwave. Again, kind of that stainless suite of appliances. You can see that follows right down underneath with the 2-burner cooktop and the large sink. So this is something else that's a little bit different. A lot of manufacturers that make this floor, I said that weird, a lot of manufacturers that make this floor plan will just have a small sink, right? More like a single basin. Here they give you the big, it's still a single basin, but it's a much larger sink. And the reason I like this is it allows you to put pots and pans and things in here and just makes washing dishes a whole heck of a lot easier. You'll also see the high-rise faucet, which aids in that too. A window behind that lets you see out to your campsite, which is great, and an electrical outlet in case you need to plug anything in, whether it's a griddle, a coffee maker, anything else like that. You'll also see a drawer, and I say this all the time. To be an effective kitchen in an RV, you have to have at least one drawer because I want a spot to put my flatware. You know, I don't want to have to put it up top. I want to put it in a drawer, and this gives me the capability to do that. Under that's a direct vent furnace, which in a camper this size is actually going to be more effective than any kind of ductwork. It's just going to blow right into this main room, and with the exception of the bathroom, everything in here is one room. So that'll do a perfect job. And then just to kind of show you, you do have storage underneath the sink there for any pots or pans. As we swing around, I just want to show you up front. You'll see the queen bed, and this, of course, is going to be the main bed in this unit. Emergency exit over to the side as well as a window, again, as we talked a little bit about airflow. Storage here across the top. I'll open that up just to kind of give you a peek in there because it is really deep storage, and you will definitely want to utilize that. You'll then over to the side, you'll get some hanging storage. If you have anything that needs to be hung up, that's where it'll go. Otherwise, you definitely are going to want to take advantage of this storage space right here. Now, if we take a look under the bed, this is always important. I'll open that up. We'll see this a little more when we go outside, but this is a huge storage space. And you have dual access. You have access right here under the bed. Then you also have access on the off-camp side. So a couple different places that you're able to get into that storage compartment. Then you have a nightstand right up front. You'll also see the electrical outlet and USB port. So if you sleep with a CPAP machine, you have a spot to put it as well as a place to plug it in, or if you need to charge your cell phone, you're good to go there as well. Last thing I want to touch on before we go outside is the fact there is a spot for a TV. They put a backer right here so you know exactly where to mount it. The proper connections for that are right up on the ceiling, as well as the fact this one is pre-wired for the Wi-Fi extender, so that if you kind of want to stay connected while you're on the go, that will certainly aid in that. And then another USB port right over to the side here, which is cool because not only does that give you a couple different places to plug in cell phones while you're sleeping, but also with the dinette, because there's one here and there's one back on the bunk. So basically no matter where you're at in this camper, you're capable of charging those devices. Now, as we step outside, right, the features don't stop. There's a lot of great things that I really like out here too. And we'll start with the door itself. As you notice, this is a friction hinge door. So wherever I put it is kind of where it stays. It can handle winds up to 25 miles an hour, right? So that's great because, you know, when the kids are coming in and out, you don't have to worry about snapping off like little plastic things that are connected to the wall right here, right? You can just shut it, you're good to go. You'll also see the grab handles, a little bit bigger, easier to grab there. And the steps are aluminum with the treads, so that way those aren't going to rust out. Also along this side is your black tank flush to quickly and easily wash out your black tank. Directly underneath that is the freshwater fill. So if you're going somewhere you don't have city water connection, you want to make sure you fill the freshwater tank, that'll be the place to do so. Right here is the your electrical outlet, so if you need to plug anything in, that's where you'll want to do that. And then if you take a look up top, you have the power awning. So touch a button to roll that out, same thing to have it go right back in. LED light strip underneath that, so you know if you just want to light that up at night, you're good to go. Here on the back is a square tubular bumper with end caps, so you have a place to store your sewer hose, and then you will also see the tire, so that way, you know, if you ever have to change it, it's right here. It's also super easy to access. If you have city water, that'll be right in the back. Outside shower, we saw that underneath the bed there. That will have both hot and cold water access. The last thing I want to touch on is right over to the other side. I do want to show you the storage because this one did have that big storage area we saw underneath the bed. Take a look right up front here. You can see, if you peek in there, that is that big storage area we saw under the bed. Plenty of storage for your chairs, grills, really whatever else you want to toss in here. Now remember folks, this is just one of many bunkhouse models or bunk models, family RVs that we have. Are they looking for a fifth wheel, a travel trailer, motorhome? We have everything in stock, right? We have over 20,000 pieces in stock, over 80,000 pieces that are on order straight from the factory, right? Factory fresh is what we keep talking about. All you have to do to take advantage is text the word FRESH to 46642. That way we'll be able to help you navigate through that and get a factory fresh unit just for you.